guys, it's Jessica Gilbert with Sunny Living, and I'm here to talk to you about how to start a business in Montana. And the first thing you're going to need to do is register your business name. Montana makes it really easy. And sorry guys, I'm going to look at my notes for a little bit because I just want to make sure I don't mess anything up. You will need to go to the Secretary of State website. I will make sure and leave a link so you can find it easily. Once you're there, you will see a tab at the top called Business Services. From there, you will scroll down to the button that says Register a Business. You will need to create an ePass login so that it keeps your information private. Once you do that, you'll log in, and then there's a dashboard, and you'll see more tabs on the left. Click on the Register an Assumed Business Name tab, and it will give you different options for handling. So how quickly you want it processed. So either 24 hours for $20 or 1 hour for $100. I'm cheap and I do the $20. Then you can enter your business name under Proposed Assumed Business Name. If you see this name available, if you do not see the business name available, you will need to choose a different name until you find one that is not already taken. I strongly suggest not altering the spelling or adding numbers to your name if the name that you want is already taken. If somebody else already has that business name, it's going to just confuse if they're looking for you and they find two of them, it's just going to make it really confusing for your customers. So don't do that. Try and just be original. Once your name is confirmed as available, you fill out the rest of your personal information and submit the name to the Secretary of State. You might already have a name picked out, but some of you might need some help on how to think of a business name. For me, when I chose Sunny Day Cleaning Services, I chose the name based on a feeling that I wanted my customers to have. I wanted them to feel like it was a beautiful spring day after I left their home or business. And I actually had a slogan picked out before the name, making your day a little brighter. And from there, I kept saying different variations of names until I got to Sunny Day Cleaning Services, making your day a little brighter. And I knew that was it. Everyone's business is different, and how you come to a business name might not be how I do it. So however you want to get there, that's just how you get there. So make sure you do your research on your competition so you know what to charge, but be very careful that you do not steal any of their language or content that they have on their website when you do your own. Plagiarism and trademark issues can be a problem if you're not aware of it at the beginning, so be very conscious of those. You can find yourself in a legal battle over logos and branding if you're not careful. Fun fact, I did not know this when I started, and I just chose a sun from Google, and there was a watermark on it, and I just ignored it and slapped it on my business cards anyway. And then years later, I had a business coach tell me, you can't do that. So I had to change it, and I have a whole new logo now. My logo's awesome, so it was a blessing, but yeah, I could have gotten myself into hot water over that one. Once you have a registered business name, you need to consider if you need an independent contractor's license or not. Basically, all an independent contractor's license is to do contracting work independently for your own business, with the option to elect not to purchase workers' compensation. I will say from experience that working with Montana State Fund is not fun. We'll just say it that way. If you own a small business, and you should just avoid workers' compensation until you're ready to have employees. It's very expensive, very cumbersome. I could do a whole video on just workers' compensation, but we'll not do that. I think the main reason most businesses fail is due to not enough cash flow. And oftentimes the biggest drain on your bank account can be for paying insurances that you don't need. Now, to be clear, I am not a lawyer or an accountant, so if you're unsure if you need workers' compensation for your business, talk to an accountant first. They will be honest about if you need it or not. An insurance agent is going to tell you you need it, so don't ask them. To get an independent contractor's license, you will need to search Montana Independent Contractor's License, and it will take you to applications and forms. And this is from the Department of Labor and Industry website. Print off the PDF of the application and fill it out. The license lasts you 2 years, and it's a $125 non-refundable fee. It's pretty easy to fill out, and the instructions on the form are pretty easy to follow, but there are some things that you can do to get the highest points value quickly to reach the 15 points that you need to get your independent contractor's license. For me, I knew that the most places that wanted to have cleaning services would need bonding and insurance. So that's where I started. Those are both 6 points each. So that's 12 points right there. I called my friend Maggie Chandler with Payne West, and she got a $1 million policy for about $27 a month. So business insurance is super cheap, guys. Like, you should definitely have business insurance. Then I went to suretybonds.com to get a few, and in a few clicks, I got a $10,000 policy for $125 a year. So it's just a one payment for the full year, and you're good. And the difference between bonding and insurance, bonding is for theft. So insurance is for property damage. So that's where the distinction is. But if you need more information, again, I am not a lawyer, and I am not trying to give you legal advice, but for me, bonding and insurance was necessary. So, sorry, I gotta find my place again. Not all industries need to be bonded, but I highly suggest you get bonded if you plan to work inside homes or offices. Insurance covers, oh, see, I had this in my notes, guys. Insurance covers damage to property and injuries to people, but bonding gives the customer the assurance of quality work. If the work is not performed or is not completed in a professional manner, the homeowner can recover losses through the bond. These two items are 6 points each and get you to almost to the 15 points total. Registering your name with the state is 3 points. So now that you already have your name registered with the state, that's another 3 points. So you're already to the 15 points. I'm an overachiever, and I don't like to have, actually, the first time I sent my independent contractor's license, they sent it back because I didn't have a couple of things that they wanted. So when I sent it back with a 22 points so that I could make darn sure that I got my contractor's license. So the other things that are easy ones to get are a federal employee identification number through the IRS website. This is only a 1.5 points, but the reason I suggest this is because when you're giving out your W-9 to other people, because you're now a subcontractor to some people, you don't want to give out your social security number. Like, you don't know who's handling your W-9. Like, they're supposed to be trustworthy, but you just never know. It's just best to always be safe on the safe side. So I got an EIN to protect my social security information. So that's why I got it. And you can create a business bank account, which is another 3 points. And I also made a list of tools and materials, which is worth 6 points, which is kind of silly because you can handwrite it on a yellow legal pad, and that's worth more than the federal employee identification number, which comes from the IRS. Don't ask me why the point system's the way it is. These are the things that you'll need to start a business anyway, and it will make the renewal process easier in 2 years when you already have all these documents and accounts in place. With the insurance, bond, list of tools, the materials, the bank account, the FEIN, and the business, I forgot business cards. Business cards are another really good, easy one that you can get. I think it's like 2 or 3 points in there. You can go to Vistaprint. It's $10, and all you have to do is the receipt for it. You don't have to show an actual business card yet. So that's another easy win for you. And so with the insurance, the bond, list of tools, the material, business bank account, FEIN, and business cards, you reach 27 points. Make sure you print off copies of all the documents you need to prove that you have all of these in place. Receipts, policy documentation, tool list, before you mail it off, but it must also be notarized. So you have to go get it notarized and write the check for the $125 non-refundable fee. That's it. Once you get the independent contractor's license in the mail, you're an official business owner. I'll give you lots of advice on where to go after all the foundation work is done. So hang tight. We'll make sure to Sorry, guys. So after this, I'm going to start talking about things like how to target your audience, what kind of people you're looking for, how to find customers, why debt is terrible for your business, things like that. So those are all things that I had to learn the hard way. But Now that you have the foundation, you should be able to start business and make sure you're doing it legal, because the IRS hates when you do things under the table. So got to get those papers in. And actually, this is the last day of 2020, guys. By the time this airs, it'll be well into 2021. But today's the last day of 2020. So if you're going to be starting a business, it's a good time to do it. So this is Jessica Gilbert with Sunny Living. Make sure to like and subscribe before you go.